What's up, guys? It's your boy Jamaica here, coming at you with another deck tag. This is Blue Black Allies. Um, First off, I want to give a big shout out to Ribbons of Night. Ribbons of Night is a league grinder. He or she or they or whatever. They built a this Blue Black Allies deck. It was really interesting. It had some like stuff going on with it, but it was kind of built around Moral Servitude. It was kind of like a self milling for a deck with like Halmar Excavator and like Healer and Cutthroat, and it had some stuff, had some like interesting decisions. I just want to say, but they went 5-0. You know, the deck went 5-0. So despite all the quote unquote interesting choices, so I want to put the mega spin on it and try to go as far as I can with the deck. So this is what I got, and I've been playing it. It's been a lot of fun. So let's just dive right into it. The mana base, uh, 22 lands, 8 islands, 10 swamps, and 4 waterville caverns. I want all my lands to come with like untapped, so that's why waterville caverns makes a cut here. There's not like it's not like a Superman intensive deck, you know. I've got it's a really low curve with like with the kind of top end at 5, so um, I didn't want like to make a untap. I want all my lands completely untapped. That's why the mana base kind of is what it is. Going to the allies section is the blue allies. Coral Commander, kind of the worst ally in the deck, but it is a 2-1 for 2, so it does kind of beat down a little bit. This deck's kind of really interesting. It's kind of a weird mix of like beatdown, aristocrats, mill, and just like strange combo elements. So it's got a little bit of everything. So this is part of the beatdown plan, I would say. Almar Excavator is kind of the mill plan. It's actually one of the main kill conditions. It mills a player for each ally you control in the battlefield whenever another ally comes to play, or itself. So what I usually start doing, I start milling myself first, so I can set up for big immortal servitudes. But otherwise, once I get like 4 or 5 down, I start milling my opponent like pretty quick, and it can kind of get crazy if like everything goes according to plan. This guy can just kind of like win. Shapeshare is an ally. It's actually a changeling, but it is an ally too. Another 2-drop ally. If you notice, everything is kind of 2 drops here because you want to make a moral servitude like the best card it could be. So two's where the number is. Two's where all the meat is. This guy's really interesting. I've been actually building a lot of different decks with Shapeshare, but this might be the best one actually. So it is an ally because of the changing ability, and it also can clone your other creatures or your opponent's creatures. So your opponent has a crazy creature like from Reanimator or Hypergenesis. You just copy it, and now you have the crazy creature. You have to note that it only stays the creature until your next turn. So if you do it in your opponent's turn, once your turn starts, it'll just change back to the 1/1. But it's kind of cool. You can kind of like copy your own allies. Maybe you copy your ally, then play another, like copy your Excavator, make it play another ally. Now you're milling for like 3. Or you copy a cluster healer or something like that. Or you copy this and you have a sack guy. And, just it's got stuff. It's got random fun implications. It's a little man intensive, but that's okay. No, we like you anyway because you're an ally. So you made the cut. The Black Eye section, Zolbar Cutthroat, the Blood Artist we all really needed in this format. Aristocrat's not really like it's been okay, but it's not like crazy prevalent in the metagame. So, but yeah, it is an ally, so it did make the cut. It's great, it's good against wrath effects. You can just kind of overextend when this guy's out, and it doesn't matter because your opponent's going to take a bunch of damage. Cluster Healer, the gain and drain sort of ally choice. Another one of the kill conditions when you have a bunch out on the play. When you double bunch out all at once, you're going to gain a lot of life, and your opponent's going to lose a lot of life. It's pretty great. Bojuka Brigand, another part of the beatdown section of the allies. You can't block, kind of sucks, but it kind of grows for every ally you play, so pretty good. Honorary allies, but not actually allies. Bloodthirst Vampire kind of fits with the aristocrat style theme, so you just want to sack out your guys sometimes with Cutthroat. Kind of just like lets you bridge the gap of like the last like 7 or 8 points of damage. Also, I mean, you can sack a bunch of guys to it and then make an unblock with Coralhelm Guide, and then you can kind of swing in for the rest of the damage. Back to the Bazaar. I had 4 for a while, but I actually just cut one for the 4th Coralhelm Guide just because I wanted like a maximum amount of allies that I can. It's a super looter, and I've been actually really impressed with this card ever since I played it with Reanimator. It has diminishing returns, so maybe that's why 3 is probably the right number for, especially for this deck. But it is another creature to cost 2, so it does get hit with Mortal Servitude here. And also like helps you feel Mortal Servitude. It also goes well with this other card here I'm going to try out, Pulse of the Grid. Um, I'm trying it over like something more impactful like Oath of Jace or Compulsive Research, because I feel like I'm gonna have like less cards than my opponent anyway. So I'll get at least 2 uses out of like a single card. So that'll be good. And it's an instant, so you can do any your opponent's end stuff, which is relevant in some places. Your deck is very, very like sorcery based, so having an instant, is pretty good. Finally, Moral Servitude, kind of like cherry on top of this little cake. Cherry on cake. uh, everything costs 2 in the deck, so X is going to be 2, so it's a 5-mana spell for all intents and purposes. Yeah, when you kind of like load up your graveyard, it's just kind of it should kill your opponent, and if not, it's going to lead into killing your opponent in some way, shape, or form. But yeah, it's kind of how the deck is kind of based around. So we need this card. We kind of need this card all the time. I actually thought about playing like tutor effects, like what do you call it, transmute cards, but I think I'd just like draw it eventually. Moving to the sideboard. Quick note: I wanted to like stay blue black. I mean, when you're a 2-color deck, the third color is almost free in some aspects because of like every Tri-land's legal and Grand Colosseum's legal. So you can make a tiny splash in any of your 2-color decks. But I just want to stay 2 colors for this, so a couple of concessions have been made. Basically, I can't deal with enchantments. I can deal with other things. Invasive Surgery is for obviously sorceries, but more side effects that aren't slaughter games, and things like Flying Tendrils. Flying Tendrils is actually kind of the worst for this deck because it does exile your creatures. Resolves. So yeah, I mean, there's Wrath effects too, like Planar Outburst, Planar Cleansing, things like that. Those are really annoying. So and Delirium's not that hard to get because you're kind of self-milling yourself, so that's a thing really. And Crust is my answer to artifacts, namely Sentinel Totem or Scrabbling Claws. It's also can randomly hit creatures, so it's not like terrible in every matchup. But yeah, basically, the permanent doesn't untap, and then like the activated abilities can be activated. So that's what's in Crust is for. It's like 3 mana destroy target artifact for blue. Vanquisher's Banner, sort of the alternate kill condition for when they're kind of gunning for Immortal Servitude. It can kind of help you bring you back into some matchups as it resolves. You always choose ally, obviously, but it's a cast trigger, so when you cast the ally, you draw a card. So it doesn't matter if it resolves or not. That's pretty cool. Mesmeric Fiend, sort of for more control decks, kind of peek the hand, kind of get some info. And Withering Wretch, mostly for Reanimator decks. Trying to stay more on the creature base, because I'm a 31 creature deck, so I want to keep a critical amount of creatures, especially for the Zolvar Cutthroat, Bloodthorn Vampire plan. Yeah, that's the deck. We're gonna play in the tournament today. We'll start in about 15 minutes or so. So I've had some runs with the deck. I've played it a bit. I kind of tweaked it to this spot. Like I said, I had like 3 colors for a while, but now I'm at this sleek 2-color mana base. Hopefully, I have enough lands. 22 is a little low. Fun fact: the initial builds had Cabal Ritual in them, so I can power this out with like a really low mana count. But I don't know. I found like Cabal Ritual be such a useless card without Immortal Servitude, so I kind of cut it. Yeah, I'll see how it goes. Hopefully I don't break my top 8 streak in my gathering tournaments. I'm on a roll. I'm literally on a roll. So yeah, let's have some fun. Let's mill some people. Let's gain and drain.